Hi, Janine. Thank you so much for your post. I really enjoyed reading it. I really appreciate how you highlighted the phenomenological research component and how, looking at it from a narratology lens, the scriptures tell us through story form how to engage with one another, how it has a lot of psychological components to it. Talks about identity and value and how it contains just psychological truths. So I like Dr. T's class about the phenomenological study and how he asked us to look through the book of Luke and how Jesus was relationally and how we understood how he was relationally through story form, through using a narratology lens. So I thought that was cool that you highlighted that. I am reading some literature by Kirk Thompson. He is a Christian psychiatrist, and he has done some extensive research on the correlation between neuroscience and spiritual practices in his book called Autonomy of the Soul. It's really good. But the one thing to kind of highlight your discussion board post is Dr. Thompson mentions that the implicit and explicit memories that form from the hippocampus and the prefrontal cortex, how that needs to become integrated before we truly understand the world and God. He says that we construct and understand the world and your place in the world through the lens of our own story, and that the manner and context in which you reflect on your story in your mind or the story you tell yourself become of the fabric of your narrative, and how the true integration piece comes in when we allow all of the parts of our brain, the right hemisphere, the left hemisphere, the top, the bottom, to become integrated to truly see the world through the narrative which God has intended us to see it. And he recommends to write your autobiography through the lens of scripture. And he does highlight also how the scripture is full of stories and narratives which help us to retell our story through the way that scripture intended us to see it. By creation, functions of our mind, grace, and how the Bible is so powerful because it contains story of creation, rebellion, redemption, and recreation, all which are told through the rich, messy, beautiful, tragic tapestry of the lives of God's ancient people. And how when we're able to look at our narrative through the narrative of scripture, and then we get a more rich view of how God intended us to live out our relationship with him and relationship with others. So I just thought that was a cool correlation of the telling of stories. All right, thanks. Bye.